Ghostwriting a memoir for one of the most famous people on earth was always going to be a challenge. And now J.R. Moehringer, the man drafted in to do just that for Prince Harry, has sensationally lifted the lid on what really went on behind the scenes of writing Spare. In a New Yorker feature, the writer goes into vivid detail about the process which led to the publication of the bombshell memoir, and some of the tense flashpoints between him and Prince Harry. Speaking about one such exchange, Moehringer wrote in The New Yorker about how the pair got into an argument that he thought would end his involvement in the book. "I was exasperated with Prince Harry," he recalls. "My head was pounding, my jaw was clenched, and I was starting to raise my voice. And yet some part of me was still able to step outside the situation and think, this is so weird. I'm shouting at Prince Harry. Then, as Harry started going back at me, as his cheeks flushed and his eyes narrowed, a more pressing thought occurred. Whoa, it could all end right here." This was the summer of 2022. For 2 years, I'd been the ghostwriter on Harry's memoir, Spare, and now, reviewing his latest edits in a middle-of-the-night Zoom session, we'd come to a difficult passage. He goes on to explain how he managed to convince the Duke to take his advice. In the end, Harry conceded and shot the writer a mischievous grin and said, "I really enjoy getting you worked up like that." The Duke had wanted to include a vile dig he received about his mother, Princess Diana, during a military exercise where he is captured by pretend terrorists. In the simulation, the royal is hooded, dragged to an underground bunker, beaten, frozen, starved, stripped, forced into excruciating stress positions by captors wearing black balaclavas. Moehringer detailed how one of the participants extended an apology once the exercise was over. He wrote, "Harry always wanted to end this scene with a thing he said to his captors, a comeback that struck me as unnecessary, and somewhat inane. Good for Harry that he had the nerve, but ending with what he said would dilute the scene's meaning, that even at the most bizarre and peripheral moments of his life, his central tragedy intrudes. For months, I'd been crossing out the comeback, and for months Harry had been pleading for it to go back in. Now he wasn't pleading, he was insisting, and it was 2 a.m., and I was starting to lose it. I said, dude, we've been over this.